Step outside. Okay.
All right, a very good evening to everybody this evening. We are so excited. We're back here again on our Friday night concert series, and we'd like to take this time to acknowledge our ancestors and our beautiful caretakers of the land, and we'd like to acknowledge the Pueblo history that we are all here in New Mexico. And we'd like to acknowledge your ancestors and your caretakers of your lands as well. And Indigenous Ways is dedicated to bridging cultural exchange with people globally. So we're very happy to be back here on Friday night for our concert series. Always 6 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time, and we're continuing with our Wednesday evening Wisdom Circle at 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time as well. So this evening we're so blessed to have our brother Wade Fernandez from the Menominee Nation. And I just want to say some words about Wade. I have a lot of respect for Wade. We have a lot of respect for Wade because this is a man who found out what he wanted, found out what his purpose was early in life, and he decided to pursue that. And he went for it. So he had a family, kids, land, all that good stuff. And at the same time, he pursued his music dream and studied and became very well versed in music theory and songwriting. And he just played. And you know what's really beautiful is that he's been able to support his family through this craft. Not an easy thing to do. I'm a musician myself, and it's very hard. I do other stuff to earn a living because it doesn't feel sustainable. So Wade, really respect you for believing in your craft, believing in your art, and believing in yourself that you can continue to sustain yourself musically. Heart out to you, heart out to your family, heart out to your people. So everybody, let's give it up for our brother Wade tonight, who's going to share his music with us for a little bit, and then we'll come back in and bring everybody in to join and ask Wade some questions if you choose to. Thank you very much. Let's give it up for Wade. Yay!
Hey, well, and thank you so much for the
Thank-
introduction. I always feel funny when people talk about me because I'm used to them talking bad about me. No, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Poso na tanaway makanak mishik mahanuyak machatok aswesian wichiwan a peace mchwa. Wade Fernandez mokaman ana aswesian awasan a totem. I just greeted you in the Menominee language, and I said my Menominee name, Wichiwinapis Mahwao, which loosely translates to Walks with the Black Wolf. And I also said my Mokamon name, Wade Fernandez, and my clan, I'm from the Bear Clan, from the Menominee Nation in Wisconsin. So it's always a great honor to be with Tosh and Elena and hang out with them. And we're going through COVID right now, so unfortunately we can't hang out in person, but we get to hang out online. So I'm really grateful for that, and really grateful for this this platform like Indigenous Ways, where we can hang out with everybody out there. You know, we can't see you in person, but I'm so glad that you could tune in tonight, and those of you watching it later on. I want to start with something on the native flute, and then I'm going to do some vocal songs and probably something with the drum today too, and for sure the guitars. So start out with the flute, and this goes out for everybody out there, everybody that's struggling through this this time right now. I know COVID-19 not only can affect our physical health, but our emotional health. It can affect us economically. So many things, and every one of us are affected by it. Even if we don't end up diagnosed with it, we're being affected by it. So this goes out to everybody. You know, we have to come together with our hearts, and I'll do that right now. All right. Wonderful to be here with everybody. I'm going to do something on the acoustic guitar, vocals and acoustic guitar. And this song I just wrote like just maybe a couple weeks ago, back in the time when they were having the services for Representative John Lewis, who was a man who stood for people's rights, a man who stood for human rights of all races, all different beliefs and nationalities, and including indigenous rights, and also helped get people out to vote, you know. But it's not. I didn't write it just for his life, in memory of his life, but also for all of us that stand for our children, stand for the animals, stand for the water, stand for life, because all of life is beautiful and all of life is sacred, all of life is precious. So this is a new song called "Stand in Love," and if I mess up on it a bit, it's pretty new. I think the last time I played it was the day after I wrote it, but I do have the lyrics. On the streets with tired feet, stand up tall, love's dreams, keep them peace, don't let them feed all the hurt that we bleed. Love is strong, fear is sweet. Just hold on, plant good seeds, stand your ground, so your child can breathe. Stand together, stand in peace, stand in love. We will shout out for love. Stand in love. We will rise and soar above. Stand in love, we will stand fast for love. We will never fail in love or fall down. We stand in love. Stand in love. Stand in love. They can try to break us down. Please don't feed the beast they crown. All our strength can be found deep inside the sacred ground. We are born to be free. Take good care those in need. Freedom's call, one for all. So we'll stand so we may fall. Stand in love, we'll shout out for love. Stand in love, we'll rise and soar above. Stand in love. Up for love, we'll never out for love, stand in love. We will rise and soar above, stand in love. We will stand fast for love. We will never fail in love or fall down if we stand in love. Stand in love. Stand in love. Stand in
Beautiful. Thank you, Wade.
All right, new song, so I'm kind of making it up as I go, certain parts, but thank you so much while I went in. I'm going to switch over to the electric guitar. So, just a second. Oh, no, actually, I'm going to do a song, I'm going to do a spoken word, and it's called Nokame. And there's a singing part in here as well, and it's called Nina Kemen and Nokame, and it means I sing for you, my grandmother. And so, put this down. All right, so when I was a young boy, very young, I used to go visit my grandmother, and when I'd go to visit her, I'd knock on the door, and then she'd say, "Come on in," and then she'd hear my little footsteps, and then she'd say, "Oh, grandchild, come here," and then she would have to feel my face in order to see which grandchild I was, because diabetes had taken her eyes, and she was only 55 years old when she passed, but diabetes had taken her eyes and also taken her legs, and so she used to, I'd crawl up onto her lap, and then she would hold me, and she would recognize me by touching my face. So not having your grandmother around as you grow was a bit disheartening. And when our elders leave us, we lose a lot of our language and our culture and a lot of our stories and a lot of these things, because they're such a like a powerful medicinal thing in our culture, our elders. So growing up, I would think of my grandmother, and I would long for her to ask questions, and and one day I was walking home from school, and as I was walking home from school, it was a beautiful fall day with the leaves yellow and orange and red, and in the sky, the air felt like it was, and kind of appeared that same color as the leaves, and I started to think about my grandmother, and all of a sudden it was like we were walking together, her spirit along with me, and then these words came, and as soon as I got home, I quickly wrote those words down on a piece of paper, and then a song came with the drum, and that's what I want to share with you. The spoken word is Nokame. The song after that is Nina Kemen and Nokame. Nokame means my grandmother. Nina Kemen and Nokame, I sing for you and my grandmother. So this is the piece. A warm smile framed by dark, beautiful brown skin. A loving hand gently tracing the face of a 5-year-old boy. "Come to me," she said, and I crawled onto her lap. I grabbed onto that old brown sweater that she wore like the robe of a queen. And I looked into her peaceful eyes, the gentle eyes that had succumbed to diabetes. What did your hands see, Nokome? Were they looking at the future? Were they giving me a piece of your spirit, or some knowledge or desire that would awaken in my coming of age? Were you giving me the music that made your children cry with its sadness? Did you see the ways of our ancestors fading? I wonder if anyone still remembers the Menominee song, the one that you sang just before you sent your body back to the earth. Or was it lost, like so much of our culture, like so many of our people, to diabetes? Lost, like the gentle and kind Menominee way? Or is it still there, buried under television, alcohol, and our search for selfish fulfillment? Can we dig it up just enough to let it breathe, to let it live and grow, to remember our language and awaken? I'm a man now, Nokome, but I still feel your hands on my face, and your music pours out of me like tears from your soul. In my heart, it feels like it beats with you, echoing your thoughts. Wake up. We are alive. We are surviving. And we must pass this on. Way
Oh, oh,
Hey, thank you, Wennon. Appreciate it. I'm going to do another new song. This is called Hopelessly Loving You. And Hopelessly Loving You is a song that I started on the piano a few years back. And then I was over in Europe on a tour. And the morning I woke up and there's a bird singing outside of my window in Germany. And so I got out my guitar and I finished this song. And it's kind of a sad song, but I think, you know how like blues can be sad, but it's healing, and I think music has that power and that gift. So it's like when you have sadness, it's very important to let those feelings out, to let them come out, so healing can take place. And that little bird that was singing in my outside of my window was part of that medicine. So this is a song, Hopelessly Loving You. Just a second. I'm gonna put this capo on. There's a songbird at your window, sings through the leaves. I wish love was like a leaf falling for me. There's a heart that is singing melancholy, a kiss through the moonlight, a wish on moonbeams. Oh, a heart has a way of lifting you up. A heart has a way of bringing you down. I know I'll never hold you, still I'll sing you these blues. Hopelessly loving you. Lonely songbird at your window sings you to sleep. A lullaby through starlight, a prayer to share your dreams. Though the tears they may dry up, visions uncared, broken heart holds you blindly through love that's not real. Oh, heart has a way of lifting you up. A heart has a way of bringing you down. I know I'll never hold you, still sing you these blues. Hopelessly loving you. Dreams we make, a melody so sweet, and in dreams we fly throughout these nights. So a sound wakes me to reality. Lonely songbird at your window, singing sweetly, gifted a melody tastes bitter to me. It's me loving you. Loving you. It's me. It's me loving you. Da, 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 it's me
Yeah, I think we are all hopefully loving you and your music, Wade. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much, Owen, and I really appreciate that. Now tune up my guitar real quick and do a few more songs here. All right. This is a song called. This is an instrumental. It's called "Plight of Canoe." It means actually like the eagle almost the eagle almost became extinct, and so did we as indigenous people. We were threatened with it um, because a lot of our people passed, a lot of our ancestors passed, even before the Europeans came to the coast, because of when Columbus came. Not only did he bring those things like wanting slaves and wanting gold, um, the greed of that, but also brought disease, and that disease traveled all the way up into what's now called the United States. And so a lot of our people throughout what's now called the United States, all of Turtle Island, were wiped out from disease. So when the pilgrims came on the East Coast, sometimes they found abandoned villages, and sometimes that was because of the disease that came before them. So this song is kind of thinking about that struggle, but that struggle is not it's not something to be depressed on. It's good to know our history, but it's good to keep flying, keep soaring and keep reaching for these higher things, especially during this COVID time, and also during these times when we're having wildfires in California and places, and then the storm that came through Iowa. All these things are very difficult, but we have to keep holding on keep holding on to that hope, that beauty, that life that's around us, and also our ancestors that are still holding us up and helping us. You know, so this is Plight of Canal.
was
Oof.
amazing.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Multitasker.
I have 5 kids, so I had learned how to multitask. 5 kids born within seven years, and I had to keep playing guitar and keep playing music and cooking and all that stuff. So I could have fried some eggs too, probably. Anyway, I want to do a song. This one is another new song, and this one I wrote back in January along with 2 friends of mine, Puda Faye, who started Eulalie back in the day, and she's still jamming. She's a great sister, and also Teresa Bearfox, another great sister. We wrote this song together, but they're not here right now with me, so I'm only going to do the parts that I wrote. But it's called Born of Light, because we were talking about the heavy burden that our young people, our children, are having to carry right now. You know, our young people are having to grow up in the time of COVID-19. They're having to grow up in a time when we're struggling with climate change. We're struggling with a lot of different things, and we always talk about our younger people rising to the occasion. But we also have to remember that we as adults, we have to rise and we have to stand up for those young children. We have to stand up and we have to be leaders, and you know, and hold things up and try to make things better for them, make them easier for them, because they can't shoulder all the burden on their young shoulders. You know, they need to grow up and be leaders, but we also need to lead and pass it on to them in a good way. So this song is called Born of Light, and so it's kind of taking that perspective of the young, that gift that they are. And I just wrote a bridge for this a couple days ago. So I sent the interpreters actually the lyrics last night for the bridge, because I just added that in. So hopefully I remember what I did. And if not, I'll make it up just like I always do. Sometimes we don't know where to turn. Everywhere is fire, and I keep getting burned, trying to hold on this dying world. Just too young. We're just boys, we're just girls. Born of light, never choice. Born of light, never voice. Born of light, born of light. Me, I was deceived. Took your blame and made me be, but I found out your pain.
very much, Wade.
Thank you so
That was
much.
beautiful.
I went in. All right, so I want to thank you all for coming out and for spending some time with us. I'm so honored to be on Indigenous Ways, and so honored to be on here for the second time. I can't believe it. I thought one time and that's it, but fortunately I was called back and got to do some new songs. So I want to thank you for that, Tasha, Elena, and all of the people from Indigenous Ways, and also the wonderful interpreters. It's so beautiful to watch the art of what they do. You know, their music. You know, just like these instruments. You know, their music, their hands, their body, their language, how they're getting this across. So I want to thank you for that, and thank you for that honor.
Thank you so much, Wade. What a beautiful pleasure you have been for us to grace us with this fun, light Friday night, which is the whole point. We want to have a good time. We want to celebrate life. And with your beauty and essence hailing in from Wisconsin, just filled us all with joy. So I can't say enough about you, Wade. You know how much I love you. You know how much we love you. And we send you and your family lots and lots of prayers. So thank you for joining us this evening. And real quickly, I'm just going to let you all know that next Wednesday we have a very special guest. We've got Dr. Zalima Harris. And we had Narissa Bond here a few weeks ago, wonderful singer-songwriter, and her mom joined the show. And we got to share some words with her, and she's so amazing. We invited her to be one of our wisdom speakers for our wisdom circle next Wednesday. So please check us out next Wednesday for Zalima. And she said, don't call me doctor. She said, just call me Zalima. But okay, Zalima, that's cool. And we're also really looking forward to the following Friday. We're going to have the former Miss Navajo and multi-award-winning traditional singer-songwriter from the Navajo Nation, Radmilla Cody, who's going to grace us with some beautiful songs in Navajo, and she'll tell us some amazing stories honoring rising and resilience. And so join us for that. And we always want to thank everybody that has donated to us. And we want to let you all know that you all are welcome to continue to support Indigenous Ways. There's different ways to do it. You can go to our website, and without the wonderful donors and funders, we would not be doing this. We have some great sponsors I'd like to acknowledge tonight. Thank you, First Peoples Fund, National Endowment of the Arts, the City of Santa Fe Arts and Culture Department, Santa Fe Arts and New Mexico Arts Commission. And we'd also like to thank the funders for our Wednesday evening Wisdom Circle, and that's the New Mexico Humanities Council and the National Endowment of Humanities. And again, thank you all, our individual donors, and thank you, Indigenous board members. We have an amazing board, and there's some of you on tonight, I see on Facebook and on Zoom. Thank you very much. Don't forget about our electronic sites. We're live streaming, and don't forget to sign up for our newsletter and check out our website. It's very user-friendly. And I'd like to tell everybody to come on back in now and say hi to Wade. Come join us tonight and say hello. And I'd like to thank all of our Facebook family out there. I see a lot of relatives from the Navajo Nation. Auntie Marianne Tagaban from Phoenix is in tonight, and a bunch of others. And hi, I'll go ahead and give it up to you all if you'd like to say some words to Wade before we sign off. And we got a big hello from Willa to everyone, saying thank you, Wade.
Well, Wade, I'm just glad I finally caught up with you. You're a lucky man. You know, a lot of us don't get to know what we're doing when we're young. And Vietnam got in my way. So it took me a lifetime to find out that I'm a poet. So, and I found that out maybe about 2007. Wow. So in my elder life, I finally found who I am. even
That's
though I
great.
didn't know who I was before. I had so much anger and so much angst and, you know, angry about everything that the empire does. And I wrote and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote and I was just angry and I just couldn't put that stuff out there. So I'm so glad that you had the ability to get it together as a young man. And so you've got a breadth and the length of a lifetime of quality stuff, I'm sure.
Oh, well,
All
thank you
right.
so much, Richard. And I'm honored that you said those words, but I'm also very, very excited for you because to have, like, some people never reach that point of finding their gift and being able to share it, and you've done that, and that's incredible and that's beautiful, and there's so much power in it. And the thing is, that journey gives you so much more power than if you didn't go on that journey. So you have so much to offer the world, and thank you for achieving that.
Well, thank you, Wayne. Thank you.
All right. Well, we'd like to welcome Latanya from the Navajo Nation, Dene College, and Dusty. Would you all like to say some words this evening to Wade?
I would like to. Hello, everyone. My name is Laitanya Thin. I am from the Navajo Nation from Dene College. I want to thank you, Mr. Fernandez, for your story about the bird. You know, I was having a very, very rough day today. And just hearing that and hearing your song, you know, your expression reminded me to, you know, ground myself again, that it's in just even the smallest things like that, in hearing a bird and listening to nature, that can really bring you back to what's important, you know, bring you back to yourself, and to be able to let go of those things that, you know, are stressful and that bother you, especially in these times when we aren't able to, you know, see relatives or speak to one another, embrace one another. You know, your words were very comforting to me, and thank you, you know, for that. It really touched my heart and my spirit. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Latanya, for sharing that, because it empowers me as well. You know, when we do these things, you know, we're taught that we just share things, and we don't always know what we're gonna do, what we're gonna say, you know. And your words just encourage me to keep being myself and keep sharing, and we empower each other, we give each other gifts. And so I mean, I mentioned the story about the bird, but you gave the gift back, so thank you so much for that. And those you know what she said was is very important. It's like those birds, those the bees, the snakes, whatever it is out there, it's life. It comes from the Creator, and it's medicine. We just have to open our eyes to it, and we have to realize that the world is so much bigger than what just happened to us or just happened to a relative. You know, the life continues. When that tree falls down in the forest, that life continues. You know, the roots keep feeding what's underground of that for that tree, and that tree, as it decomposes, it keeps feeding that forest, and so the life just continues and it continues. And every relative that we've lost in this physical world, is their spirit's still with us. They're part of Grandmother Earth. They're part of, you know, where the spirits go. It's just it's incredibly empowering, you know. But we have to keep waking each other up and sharing with each other in this physical world, because it's easy to forget with all the distractions, you know. Thank you, Wanan, for that medicine.
Thank you for that.
Thank you very much for your words tonight, Latanya. Latanya is one of the organizers and planners for the festival that got canceled, for our Beauty Way Music and Arts Festival that we were going to co-host with Dene College in September. And of course, Wade, you came to the first one at Dene College, and you see the background there. So Latanya, we love you all. We love you, and we look forward to coming back to Dene College and having another festival. So let's keep that in our prayers that that's going to happen. Latanya, Yisabeh, thank you very much. And Dusty, would you like to share some words before we sign off tonight?
Oh, pray that whatever I say is the best for the highest good of all, always, in all kinds of good ways. Thank you so much, Wade. You made me weep several times. Um, I'm here in California and there's fires very close by. My son died in a fire some time ago, and before the fires really started here in California, um, I so deeply appreciated your piece about your grandmother. I feel so close to my grandmother and all my grown-ups, and I've been a grown-up a long time myself now. They were all passed on into the other world when I was a child, and they're my best friends. And my way is to befriend the fires and to sing for rain and to just, and I'm a singer, I can sing in a really big voice. I made my living this way. But when I do that, it's just from my heart in this humble little girl voice. And I share this with everyone because we all can do this. It's not me. To sing to the rain and to the wind, and miracles happen all the time. And your song for the eagles. I am the mother of an eagle, my daughter, and I'm so glad that I remembered about the time change and tuned in time to hear you tonight. Yahweh, Yahweh, Ganesh Shish, Ganesh Shish. Please never stop. And congratulations for being able to maybe even fry some eggs. Meanwhile, my children were always tugging at my legs, and I always um, I always gave my attention to, I think maybe it's easier for men than for women. And I say that with respect, you know. But anyway, and I love children, and I love that 6 children, 5 children,
Five.
5. Okay, that's beautiful. I hope to meet your children someday, and I hope all of us can meet in person again and hug each other and look into each other's eyes. And I'm so thankful for this. I am so thankful for this. I've been sheltering in place alone since the end of November. I think I had COVID for quite some time. And so I am so thankful for this. And I thought, I am not going to miss this, even if there were wild horses trying to drag me away. I'm not going to miss this tonight. So thank you so much. Kunishish, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh.
Well, and Dusty, I appreciate your words and your sharing your wisdom with all of us. It's important to keep sharing, and it's healing, and having a platform like this is really special. So I'm honored that Indigenous Ways invited me, but um, it's really quite a when things get cut off, there is still a way, you know, and we always have to remember our ancestors survived. They were resilient and they survived thousands and thousands of years. Our people go back to the Ice Age, you know, and they survived all those things, so we could get this far, so um, we we have their strength with us, you know, and when we pass on, we just join them, and we just keep feeding and we keep sharing and we keep nurturing. So really appreciate it, and I know somebody sent a chat thing privately, and so I want to say why I went into too, because I can't reach my keyboard right now. But thank you so much. It's really a blessing just to be able to come together. Even if there was no music right now, just to be able to speak and be able to talk and share in our company. It's a blessing.
Thank you so much, Dusty, for your words. And I'd like to acknowledge our beautiful sister, Lorna Barreras, who is also part of the Chinle Festival and the Tseli Festival. Lorna says to you, thank you for sharing your fantastic creative songs. And that's our sister from Chinle. And then there's Keith McGilray from Wisconsin. And he's also a flautist, and he says amazing. And
Thank you, Keith.
Sharon, let's see, Lisa D says, Poso Wade, so great to hear and see you on here. It's always a treat. And a
that's
gentleman from Wisconsin, Keith, our brother there, says, Wade, the next Santana. I'm sure you know Keith McGillivray because he goes to Joel's house concerts a lot. He's actually played with us on stage as well. So I just want to thank our beautiful, beautiful ASL interpreters for raising the bar for all to see for Indigenous people, for Indigenous ways, and the rest of the world needs to join this beautiful ship in the desert that's making communication access available to all our brothers and sisters in the deaf and hard of hearing community. So we're so grateful for your commitment and your love to this field. Thank you very much. And as always, great love to you, Wade. Thank you very much for sharing your love, your gift, your gentleness, your humility, just being a kind human being on this planet right now. We need more and more kindness right now. Just love, 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 everybody. Thank you very much. And unless anybody's got something else to say, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. So,
well, just one thing. I'll say one thing from a poem that I wrote, and it's just one line. It's the Aboriginal from Turtle Island that gave me my heart.
Thank you very much. All right. We'll see you all back here on Wednesday. We're going to be calling you this evening, Wade. So thank you very much, Zoe. And everybody be well. Latanya, give our love to everybody at Dene College. And we'll be in touch, okay, sister?
Thank you.
Take care.
Awesome.
Walk in
You
beauty.
too.
Hojo. Hojo.
Touch the earth, touch the earth, touch the earth. Feel the rain. Touch the earth, touch the earth, touch the earth.